While wealth brings undeniable advantages, it doesn't eliminate all worries. Here are 15 concerns rich people take seriously. Welcome to the growth mindset. 1. Maintaining and growing. Wealth. Once you've built a nice financial nest egg, the last thing you want is to see it all crumble like a stale cookie. Rich folks aren't just sitting on their piles of cash, they're constantly thinking about how to keep it safe and growing. It's like tending a fancy garden. Gotta watch out for weeds, inflation, bad investments, and nurture the good stuff, smart investments, diversification, so your wealth keeps flourishing. 2. Security threats. Nobody enjoys worrying about break-ins or someone snatching their wallet. But for wealthy folks, security threats can hit a whole different level. Imagine having a fancy car or a house full of valuables. That's a target sign for some. Plus, with more money on hand, they might be seen as bigger targets for scams or kidnapping. So yeah, security definitely becomes a major concern when you've got a lot to lose. 3. Family dynamics and entitlement. Life is all about keeping the peace, so everyone plays nice and gets their fair share. No one wants a fight that leads to someone getting cut out of the inheritance, right? So yeah, rich folks worry a lot about keeping the family unit happy and grounded to avoid that whole spoiled, rotten kid situation. 4. Philanthropy and legacy. A lot of wealthy folks consider how their money can make a positive impact, like funding medical research or helping out communities. It's about leaving the world a better place than they found it. On top of that, they think about their legacy, what people will remember them for after they're gone. Philanthropy becomes a way to be known for more than just their bank account. It's about building something that lasts. 5. Boredom and lack of purpose. Imagine having all the money in the world but no real drive, no project you're passionate about, and nothing that gets you excited to jump out of bed. Sure, fancy vacations are fun for a while, but they get old fast without a deeper meaning in life. Rich folks might have different problems than us, but feeling lost ain't exactly reserved for the broke crowd. 6. Tax implications. Nobody enjoys forking over cash to the government, but for rich folks, taxes are a whole different ballgame. They might have fancy accountants and lawyers, but that doesn't mean they're happy to see a huge chunk of their money disappear. Uncle Sam takes a big bite, and figuring out how to minimize that bite, that's a serious concern. Every dollar they save in taxes is a dollar they can invest, donate, or, buy that extra island. So yeah, tax implications are definitely a big deal for the wealthy. 7. Erosion of privacy. You'd think with all the fancy security systems and gated communities, rich folks wouldn't sweat privacy that much, right? Well, not exactly. They might not worry about someone rummaging through their trash for coupons, but a data breach exposing their investments or a stalker drone buzzing their mansion. That's a whole different story. They have a lot to lose, and keeping their personal details on the down low is a big part of protecting their fortune and safety. 8. Burnout from work. Rich folks might not be worried about keeping a roof over their heads, but burnout can mess with their enjoyment of life just as much. Imagine having all the resources in the world, but feeling too fried to even hit the beach, travel the globe, or pursue their passions. No amount of money can buy back lost energy and enthusiasm, So yeah, burnout is a serious concern for everyone, regardless of bank account size. 9. Finding genuine friendships. Rich people worry about finding real friends too, It's hard to tell if people are hanging out because they actually like you, or if they're just after the fancy parties or a piece of the good life. Finding someone who values you for you, not your money, can be a real challenge. 10. Dealing with jealousy and resentment. Maybe their fancy friends just landed a yacht bigger than theirs, or their neighbor's kid got into Harvard while theirs, didn't. Keeping up with the Joneses is a real thing, even at the top, and it can sour your mood faster than finding champagne gone flat. Don't get me wrong, they've got resources to deal with it all, but those feelings, totally universal. 11. Legal issues and complexities. They gotta worry about taxes on a whole other level, protecting their assets from lawsuits and making sure everything gets passed down to the right people after they're gone. It's not just about traffic tickets anymore. It's a whole legal maze to keep their wealth safe and sound. 12. Philanthropic fatigue. It's basically feeling burnt out on giving because there are just so many causes, and it's hard to know which ones are truly effective. They want to make a difference, but they don't want to just throw money at problems. It's a real concern because if they stop giving generously, that could hurt a lot of good organizations. 13. Fear of loss. You might think rich people just live life on the easy street, but fear of losing what they have can be a big stressor. It's not just about fancy stuff. It's about the security and lifestyle they've built. Imagine working super hard to get that sweet vacation home, or finally sending your kids to the best schools. The idea of losing it all can be pretty scary, no matter how much money you have in the bank. 14. Leaving a positive legacy. For folks with more zeros have got the resources to make a real difference, so it makes sense they'd think about how their wealth can create something good that lasts, you know? Whether it's funding charities, building schools, or leaving a giant pile of cash to cute animal rescue missions. A lot of rich people put some serious thought into what kind of story they want to tell after they're gone. 15. Keeping up with the Joneses. You'd think having piles of money would solve all your problems, right? Well, for the super rich, there's this whole thing about keeping up with the Joneses. Only the Joneses in this case own private islands and vacation on Mars. It's a pressure cooker. They worry about falling behind, not just socially, but also in this whole who has the most outrageous toy game. It can mess with their investment strategies and make them spend on things they don't even need. Crazy, right? Self-improvement is a lifelong journey, and every step you take brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. We hope you found our tips helpful and inspiring. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. We'd also love to hear your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content and helpful tips on personal growth and development. We release new videos every day, so be sure to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.